Let me go across to our guest joining us. Nikhil Anand is the BJP spokesperson. Bhavya Narsimhamurthy is from the Congress party. Dr. Sunil Singh of the JDU and Sandeep Ghosh, political commentator, is also joining us. Bhavya, let me begin with you. The Prime Minister has added to some of the questions he has posed to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. One is that if you go by numbers alone in the population matrix alone, then there will be only those who are higher in number who will have a greater voice, including groups like Hindus, and others will actually get marginalized. So when Rahul Gandhi says, Jitni abadi utna haq, that is not the kind of democracy we follow. Is that not a faux pas, a wrong move on the side of the Congress party?
You know, the very basis for social justice is of giving equal opportunity based on the number of people there are. And every needs to be represented on this table where, you know, the decisions are made, right? Whether it is power or distribution of resources, it should definitely be based on, you know, each community, because there are many communities who have been suppressed for many years.
But wouldn't this also suppress those who are lower in number, especially the tiny minorities in the country, because their population is not too strong?
You know, when BJP sees this caste census, they're seeing it in terms of religion. We need to see caste census in terms of caste. Why would you see a religion, Hindu and Muslims, and then, you know, draw such conclusions?
I'll tell you why. You're right. The caste census is going to be about... Bhavya, the caste census is going to be about caste. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah. But it's about extending that logic. If everything in society is proportional to population, then one could argue, then it should also be based on religion. It could also be based on other factors. It will not remain limited to caste. Yes?
Well, it's about numbers, right? It's always about numbers. Whether you take reservation for that matter, whether it is, you know, that's an affirmative action. We have given reservation based on numbers. We have to take these, you know, various policies, anything for that matter. It has to happen after a proper research, after a proper census, after a proper, you know, understanding. There should be logic. Without proper census, how can you form policies?
No, you're not answering my question. If affirmative action, one second, Bhavya, affirmative action or reservation in India, as they are generally done as, are limited. They are not based on the population number, right? They are also capped. That is how they work. Now, your argument, one second, please listen to my question. The Congress's argument is that everything should become equitable to what your population is. That becomes majoritarianism. Because then the larger populated groups will say, we should have the larger share of what you're dividing.
You know, when it comes to caste, how Mr. Gandhi has portrayed it is totally different from how you're interpreting. Let me tell this. A community might be higher in number. For example, SC or STs or OBCs. But they are the communities who have been suppressed for a very long time, and they deserve a table. They deserve a chair at the table. And deserve equal opportunity, or whether it is a proper share of resources. When it comes to social justice, we need the numbers to make sure we take the right decision. But to take this statement in this sense and saying this becomes a majoritarianism would be very wrong.
It could become. That's the fear that some are raising. If you go down this path, that you only get your share dependent on your population's number in the population, it could go down the path of majoritarianism. And when you say they should get equal share, what exactly are you talking about? What are those spheres of social life where the Congress believes that the population should decide how much you get? Is it in terms of jobs? Is it in terms of education? Is it in terms of representation in parliament? You need to specify that.
So now that whether it is power, whether it is jobs, whether it is any opportunity for that matter, for the growth of, you know, a society, of a community, everywhere the people should be represented. And that's
so that's not equal opportunity. That's not equal opportunity, because equal opportunity is that anyone can fight. Equal outcomes is what you are deciding, and those outcomes also you are saying should be based on the number of population. So then there will be a certain number. No, no, by that logic, you're exactly defining majoritarianism. If those in power, if those in power and their background is going to be associated with which group they come from, that's majoritarianism.
No, that's not. See, if you are seeing in terms of religion and you want to talk about majority and minority, that's not the whole discussion here.
No, majoritarianism doesn't refer to religion alone. But why can't I extend this argument? Why can't I extend this argument to religion too? But let me open this up. Let Anand Kumar come in. Anand Kumar, how do you see this demand that is now raising in the country that one, not just Bihar, other states should also come out with their caste census, should divide their resources accordingly, and there should be a nationwide census as well. Now, this is particularly seen to be an issue that all India Alliance members have joined hands on, and they're seemingly mounting a lot of pressure on the BJP on this.
Yeah, are you asking me?
Yes, Nikhilji, go ahead.
First of all, I want to mention that what happened to 2011 caste census. It was the Congress party which sabotaged the whole caste census process of 2011 after wasting 5,500 crore rupees. And Congress has never been pro to social justice. Fortunately or unfortunately, caste is the rugged reality of Indian society. But there are two perspectives of looking at caste differences. One is the casteist perspective, and second is the community development perspective.
Yes.
BJP views it as a samajik samrasta, show equality among all. And that is why, through different schemes, Prime Minister has tried to do. You see that Vishwakarma, PM Vishwakarma Yojana, it is going to cater the interest of more than 50% of the population of OBC community, which Bihar has counted at 63%. And I want to say that this caste census is also reflected that Hindus population has decreased by 1.5%, but Muslims population has increased by 1.5% ratio. Another thing is that you see there are many castes and communities which has not been represented adequately. Recently, BJP sent one Dhanu community member, Sambhu Charan Patel, to Rajya Sabha. He belonged to Dhanu community. That was never represented in Rajya Sabha.
But fundamentally speaking, Nikhil Anand, fundamentally speaking, is the BJP in favor of a caste census, at least a census, and those numbers to be made public or not?
You see, this Bihar's caste census process, it was initiated by the NDA party. Twice the resolution was passed in Bihar Assembly. We were the part of the government. The delegation which went to meet the Prime Minister and all party meeting was held. We were the part of it. My point is that we are apprehensive about the proper conduction of caste census at nationwide because there are many castes which consist in OBCs, EBCs in Bihar. The same caste is in ST in Bihar. There are many sub-castes within that particular caste. You see Brahmin. Brahmin is an upper caste. But Bhat and other, Giri, Goswami, they comes under OBC community. In the same manner, you see the sub-caste of Kurmis considered in North India. Hanu is in EBC, and we see, and most important example I want to quote, that Valmiki, they are in ST, but in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, they are in OBC.
Okay. So you're saying
that till the time we don't find any modalities to conduct a comprehensive and extensive caste census at a nationwide, we will not go just because Congress has already failed the caste census process in 2011, wasting the 5,500 crore.
Okay, let me go.